I appreciate it. Before we get into this, uh,
Yeah.
this thing, I want to say,
Because I was thinking about the right way. You and I were discussing last night. Hey, Matt, John was here. You were discussing whether or not to open this up to festivals on festivals called other festivals. And John sort of put at the end of the week of May, where are you? Laura thinks that would not be a good time heading into the Christmas holiday. She said, are you wanting to create like the parking lot at Westtown Mall? In fact, I was out there yesterday on Westtown Mall Drive.
that was,
What do you think of the way people are driving? What do you think?
well, I think of that all the time. Tony, before we get started here, I wanted to say something because we're going to be kidding around and
Yeah,
ripping you and stuff.
right.
I just want to say how much it's meant to me personally to be on the show and to be able to work with you. I think everybody knows what a good show.
Before you wait, before. Hey, Brian, you had a correction in the blog today. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry. This is going to get too gushy. Go ahead, Brian. You had a correction.
No,
Hang on,
no,
John.
no.
Hang on, John. Hang on. Hang on. Go, Brian's got a correction. Go ahead, Brian. Let's start the festival off right.
First of all, I wish you a happy birthday. I don't want to
Thank you.
overlook that, but
Factual
the
error. We have a
blog
factual
had
error.
a big orange
Factual error.
headline on a before a blurb about the Clemson opt-out, and it said that Nico had his best moment as a volunteer in the bowl game against Clemson, but Nico actually did not play against Clemson. That was Hendon Hooker's year where he got hurt and Milton took over and played that game.
Now, Laura, I'm going to have a festival for her. Why did she catch that? I'm over here, overworked, unappreciated, all that stuff, tired as I can be. Should she catch that, John, in your humble opinion? Or Walt or somebody? Should somebody catch that? Is that my fault, John? In your opinion?
Well, it's impossible to be perfect. Writers don't catch all their own mistakes.
Really, is that true?
Yeah, it's impossible to catch them all because when you're writing, as you're typing the letters,
Right.
you're thinking what you're writing next. So that's what happens. But I'd like to continue.
Is that why we have? Is that why we have proofreaders, John?
Yeah, they're called copy editors, and we used to have proofreaders. Proofreaders no longer exist. But
do they use AI for that?
No, you can't trust AI.
Ain't that the damn truth? You
Good
can't trust
gosh.
AI. AI sucks.
It
sucks. AI, I'm gonna have my Festivus on you. You suck, man.
I'd just like to continue, Tony. I was saying about before you interrupted me. Just let me finish here. It's important.
I'm really not comfortable with any of this.
Okay, well, just let me finish. You'll get the point later. Okay, all right. Yeah, go out of the room. But it's really meant a lot to me just working with Tony because I know people realize what a talented talk show host is. He's as good as anybody at what he does, but he's also a very special person, and he's helped so many people, and he's helped me. And I think one of the best things about being around Tony is, Tony, I can't read your writing here. You wanted me to say this. I can't read your writing here. No, what is that word?
Let's go.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Woo! Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I couldn't read your writing. You asked me to say that.
That's great. Matt, you like it? John's doing bits in here.
It wasn't a bit.
I'm for it, but in all seriousness, happy birthday, Tone. Before
Love you,
we
Matt.
start ripping you, it's not personal, Tone. Don't take any of this
no,
personal.
this is just. And here's the other thing about this. This is not physical. This is verbal. I want everybody to know that.
Whatever you say, Tony.
Shout out to the great Mark Griffin, who's on the mend. I'll be seeing him later today. So, John, how would you pull this off? I've got to be on George Plaster's show today at what time is that? Like 4:20 Eastern. but I'm supposed to be setting up to play music over at an assisted living place. I'm like we're gonna play Christmas carols for people and give them a little spirit of Christmas on my birthday, which is a great way to celebrate the birthday. And should I tell Plaster I can't do it? Should I get there early and set up? Because I haven't told Plaster anything. What? I need some advice from you. You've done a lot of hits down through the years, and you've been in a lot of pinches as well. What would you do?
Well, time management is an extraordinary weakness of yours. So,
Laura, you gonna let him rip me like that? I mean, that's ridiculous.
no, I didn't
it's my
mean
birthday, man.
I didn't mean to rip you. I'm just being
Damn,
factual.
man.
I don't think it matters what I say.
Right.
You're going to do it your way, and I think
Well, I need your advice. Should I just call him, text him, and say, "Hey, George, I can't do that today. I got overlapping. I've overscheduled myself." I mean, you've been there and done that, brah.
Well, do you get paid for being on his show? Tony,
Yes.
do you get paid for being on his show?
I get the intrinsic value of being on a show. So yes, I get the intrinsic value.
I would text him and say, "Hey, sorry, I can't be on the show today. I've got to set this up. This is a special event," and that's one of the things that you do well, is you do go out in the community and help people. Now, I think that's very commendable, and I can't speak to your motives. Some people do that just to make themselves look good. Some people do it to be genuinely helpful and caring of others. And I don't know why you do it.
What do you guys make of that disgraceful playoff over the weekend? I want to talk about that. I also want to get into Byron, who wants to appear in your blog, has written a Festivus sonnet in honor of this show to "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." This is "'Twas the Night Before Festivus" in the Rainier studio. And so we'll do that. So we have a sonnet today. That's not really a sonnet. Is that
Now let's call it a poem, okay?
poem? Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, let's know a little bit of it. You tell me what you think. All right. And this is read by AI.
"'Twas the morning of Tony's Festivus in the Raymere studio. Not a creature was yet stirring, not even an ape named Polly Joe. But it wouldn't be long.
What do you think so far? It's not bad, is it?
Oh,
Polly Joe?
he had me at ape.
All right.
"'Twas the morning of Tony's Festivus in the Raymere studio. Not a creature was yet stirring, not even an ape named Polly Joe.
Hey,
But
Matt, can I ask you something? What
'Twas the morning of Tony's Festivus.
What are they trying to prove putting two group of 5 teams in that playoff, Matt? Explain that to me.
Valuing conference championships, and the ACC screwed up, tiebreakers scenario, which kept Miami from winning the league because the conferences are way too big, and you can't have legitimate tiebreakers anymore.
Seabird sent me this last night, middle of the night, special communique from C. He said, "I'm listening back to your show." And he said that, try this on for size, John, because I was talking about how the 1AA teams look just as good as those 2 teams that took the field, especially that Tulane team. He said Montana State would be favored against Tulane. North Dakota State would be a 6-point favorite against them. 1AA schools would be a touchdown favorite against that Tulane team. That those goofs felt the need to put in a playoff because we're into this thing in our society where we like to pretend. They had zero business, Sean, being out there. Are they going to fix this, John, or you think they're just going to keep walking off the cliff?
I think they will try to fix it and perhaps make it better, but I don't think they will ever give us the best version of what it should be. It would be so simple to remedy this.
Yeah.
But it was all set up. The idea was, what if there's some super team in the WAC or Conference USA, goes unbeaten, just runs through the field, and maybe has a big win over a Power 4 team?
Yeah.
That they have an avenue, they have a path to make the playoff, that they're just not, well, you can't play. And we've given those teams access now. That's all you need. Give them access, but don't say, oh, no, you get a team in because you get a game like that. Look, we were talking last night about this. I got a friend of mine who bets a lot of money, bets it every week on college football games. Got plenty of money to spend. Doesn't matter if he loses. First thing he texts me after that James Madison Oregon game, he said, Oregon tanked that game. And that's how anybody that bet on that game and gave 20.5 points is going to look at that fourth quarter.
34-3, John, at one point. You mean to tell me they couldn't put them away? You mean to tell me they couldn't put – come on now. I turned it off. That's non-competitive in my book.
Oh, it was totally uncompetitive.
I don't care that it was a 13-point game. I don't care about that.
The variance was in the speed.
Joke.
The speed. Oregon was going to score. Oregon was going to score 80 points in that game. Okay, so they back off the accelerator offensively. I can understand that a little. They get a little sloppy. But defensively, Oregon has one of the top-ranked defenses statistically in the country.
Yep.
The defense they played in that second half, that was atrocious. They practically escorted JMU into the end zone. And then that last touchdown to break the spread. In today's climate, that raises questions. I guarantee you anybody that bet on that game wondered what's going on with that backup defense of Oregon. How could they let them score that easily?
Hey, Bri, do you think that John's friend that gambles lots of money on games, his name rhymes with Raleigh Rowe? Or Holly Rowe? As in...
'Twas the morning of Tony's Festivus in the Rainier studio. Not a creature was yet stirring, not even an ape named Polly Joe.
Holly Rowe, Polly Joe? Let's move along here.
Not a creature was yet stirring, not even an ape named Polly Joe. But it wouldn't be long till simpletons started calling with glee, all eager for the chance to rip the one and only Tony B. Bino, Cinco, Matt Diskin, all nestled in the chat room queue, asking why Watson or Don could not pronounce word shoe.
Skoo, that's Skoo. Why Watson or Don from Sweetwater can't pronounce the word skoo, Matt?
Matt Diskin.
And Matt Diskin. He's doing pretty good work here.
Asking why Watson or Don could not pronounce word shoe.
Skoo.
Even though John Adams was missing, the show would still go on. His absence would be sponsored by NextMoveSmokyMountains.com. So with Tony on his headset and Brian at the board, the crew was all braced and ready for the horde. When out in the annex there arose such a horrifying clatter, Tony sprang from his gaming chair to see what was a matter. To the annex he dashed, like a car in overdrive, or maybe a friend from Halls fleeing in On Patrol Live.
On Patrol Live.
Nice reference.
Pretty good, right?
Or maybe a friend from Halls fleeing in On Patrol Live. The server had crashed again, just like every week before. But Mrs. B was to the rescue. This was her daily chore. It was now 11:07, the traditional late start for the show. And with the phone lines fixed, everything was ready to go.
John, what do you think of him ripping us so far?
I just think it's really well done.
Matt, do you think this guy's hitting the mark right now?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
AI needs a little bit of work, but yeah.
And with the phone lines fixed, everything was ready to go. So no wonder that Tony's eyes should happen to behold a phone bank full of callers, and he let out a cheer so bold.
Go!
The first caller was pessimistic. His tone was awfully grave. As one might have guessed, the first caller, Nigga Dave.
Nigga Dave, Bri.
Nigga Dave. There you go.
We have another name for Nigga Dave. Nigga Dave. All right, let's do it again.
As one might have guessed, the first caller, Nigga Dave. After Dave led off, the callers came more rapid than lightning. Brian informed Tony, who was up next, calling them by name with perfect timing. Here's Florida. Here's Richard. Here's Greg and Leslie. Now Rusty, now Taylor, now Mariano and Holly. After 2 hours of callers, Tony's extra time did start, and more listeners rang in to speak straight from their heart. Joshy Boy led it off, no longer under wing, but finished his call with his signature clipboard thing. Columbo was next with hot takes on Lane Kiffin. Even over the gem drums, you could tell Mark was smitten. Next came W. Lynn, bemoaning how the playoff was marred, though he claimed he had a fix on his latest index card. Big Josh would come.
Poor W. Catching strays on his index card.
It should have had a him waving a flag or something.
Damn, Bry, some people are never happy. I mean, what do we want, Bry?
Brian, this is a work of art.
I'm beholding this. Are you appreciating it?
Oh, I am very much so.
All right, let's move along.
Big Josh would come in next, firing us up about our birthrights, only to be brought down by Jack from Wartburg and threats of fistfights.
Wartburg.
Last was Titans Bill with another random phone call. Inappropriate lists of women, his burnt sausage, et al. After 3 hours had passed, "I've had enough," said Basilio. So he finally signed off. Happy Festivus to all, and go Vols go. This is the morning of...
Grade the work.
Hey.
Touched a lot of bases, didn't he?
Yeah, very good.
Very good, Byron. Thank you. 865-200-5402. We commence Festivus. Caller Festivus. John, what did that little paper say there? What did the paper say there? The compliment of me at the bottom there. You want to read it to me?
Tony's best attribute is his... I can't make out your writing there.
Living Vol fan, make Alumni Hall your one-stop shop for all your Vol fans on your shopping list this holiday season. There's nothing better than getting your favorite Tennessee gear under the tree. Picture it, a nice polo shirt, a new hoodie, something for the man cave. Pop in and see my friends at Alumni Hall. Best selection of Tennessee gear. Alumni Hall, 3 Knoxville locations, Bristol, Johnson City, Murfreesboro, or online at alumnihall.com. It's easy to have a big orange Christmas. And happy holidays from everyone at Alumni Hall. The ultimate volunteer shopping experience. Alumni Hall. Calhoun's invites you to leave the cooking to us all holiday season long. Between now and the end of the year, feast without the fuss. When you host at the holidays, don't you dare cook. Go absolutely next level with this offer. Between now and the first of the year, Calhoun's is offering an incredible deal on delicious turkey or prime rib dinner. You could feed from 5 to 10 people at your home holiday gathering, not lift a finger of preparation. The turkey dinner comes with amazing sides like mashed potatoes, peas, melt in your mouth gravy, dressing to die for, fresh rolls, cranberry sauce, and homemade cheesecake. And the prime rib dinner features amazing melt in your mouth prime rib, fresh mashed potatoes, au jus, green beans, gravy, rolls, horseradish sauce, and delicious fresh baked cheesecake. This amazing offering is available now through the new year. Call to place your order today. More information found at holidayfeedpack.com. Again, that's holidayfeedpack.com. Feast without the fuss this holiday season with Calhoun's, the taste of Tennessee. When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gouffon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gouffon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. Gouffon Moving and Storage, pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too, both residential and commercial. And we'll provide you with personalized service that other corporate movers simply cannot. We know how to move all types of items. We pay careful attention to our clients' valuables. Your satisfaction as a customer is our absolute priority. As the oldest continually owned and operated family moving business in the United States, when it's time for your next move, it's Gouffon Moving and Storage. And storage, it's secure and vaulted. Our newest offering of commercial storage logistics, we offer receiving, storage, and delivery services for all your business logistic needs. See more at Gouffon.com. That's Gouffon.com. Or check out the link at tclub.team. When it's time for your next move, East Tennessee's moving legend, Gouffon Moving and Storage. Life never stops moving, and between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, a tire designed for doers, a tire that's going to last, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with dad, the first big win with mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776. Or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Cold weather is on its way, and keeping your home warm and cozy doesn't have to cost a fortune. Upgrade your HVAC system with Pipe Wrench Home Services and get payments as low as $137 per month. You'll also save on utility bills with a new energy-efficient HVAC system to keep your home warm and comfortable through the holidays. We make it easy with free on-site estimates on replacements and free second opinions on repairs. So call or schedule your appointment online today at pipewrench.com. And get a new energy-saving HVAC system for as little as $137 per month. We are committed to keeping your home cozy and worry-free this holiday season. Pipe Wrench Home Services, trusted in Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and neighboring communities for over 20 years. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free. Offer good with approved credit. Some restrictions apply. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
Tony Basilio, proud to bring to you Alan of WeShipFloors.com. Alan, 'tis the season of giving, and you're in a giving mood.
We're in a giving mood, Tony. We're extending this sale, this 40% off sale. And to the Tony Basilio loyal listeners, of course, we're going to do the 45% off using code word Tony. And because it's the time for giving, if you use that Dave promo code, we're going to give you 45% off. But get this, Tony. We're not going to give you a warranty. We ain't going to give you a warranty because we know if you use a negative promo, you're going to have problems with your floor.
The great thing, though, with the Supercore floor, Alan, and you've proven this over at YouTube, is it's hard to have problems with your floor.
It's hard to have problems, yes, Tony. You don't have claims. I mean, we literally don't. We've got a remarkable product. It's waterproof, pet-proof, and it's even mother-in-law proof for the holidays. So there you go. We have 120 different Supercore floors. It's got a lifetime warranty, room visualizer. You can take a picture of your room, drop our floor right into it. We've got all this stuff in stock here in Johnson City. We ship nationwide for free.
120 Supercore floors, 45% off through the new year. Alan at WeShipFloors.com. Anything else for us?
Go Vols, Tony.
Love it. WeShipFloors.com. So Alan from WeShipFloors.com, John just said it's going to be a high of 35 is what they're projecting for the bowl game on the 30. Do you find that inviting? Matt, are you have you made your decision yet as to whether or not you're going to sit in 30-degree weather for that?
Yeah, there's about a 30% chance that I'm going.
That's not a good sign.
And that's probably being generous.
That's not a good sign for the crowd. Imagine 30-degree weather, John, to watch that. No offense.
You know what will happen, though, is people that normally can't see the Vols play.
Oh, yeah.
In Middle Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
That love their Vols, and they'll go to that game. They don't care about the cold. They care about seeing the. I don't guess they won't be wearing smoky grays for this game, will they? Surely not.
God, those things are awful.
Are they going to be the home team or the designated? Which I guess they're the designated home team, right?
Brian, you're producing the show, dude. What are you asking me that? I'm going to have a Festivus on you, you clown.
Tony doesn't even know who our quarterback was in the Orange Bowl.
Thank you. You're expecting me to know that?
You know what?
You talk to Adam Sparks a lot. I figure maybe he may have told you.
Interesting.
That is a.
John, are we the home team or the away team?
I don't care. Who cares?
Brian!
Nobody.
Let's go!
But going back to that Clemson game.
You asked about.
Yeah.
I'll give you a pass on that. I think that's one of the most forgettable games.
The Clemson game?
Yeah, I just don't. I have no recollection of that game for some reason.
John, I have one recollection of that game, and I talked about it in the blog today, and I want to revisit it here because it's funny to kind of think back on this. But it's right under Nico, the Clemson Bowl game. Nico's high point in a Vol uniform was a Clemson. Hey, Laura, if we could get that changed on the blog, please, that would be great. If somebody could help me. Thanks. I write, what happened to that alleged Clemson culture? Matt, were you on the air that day? Because I was in Wilmington, Delaware, doing the show at a Wawa on Route 202 up there, just bathed in traffic, just car after car. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was right there around the Christmas season.
Sounds like Knoxville.
It was unreal. Matt, I'll never forget this. We had that Don Munson guy on, play-by-play voice. Seems like a nice guy. Seems like a really sweet guy. You talk about a dupe and a dope and a dope and a dupe. This guy was on here saying, I said, so Tennessee's got, some opt-outs for this game. You know what he said, John? We don't have opt-outs here. We don't do that at Clemson. Dabo's culture is different. Matt, do you remember that?
Yes, absolutely. I remember that. I believe they had a guy opt out during the interview, and another one opted out before the show was over.
That's exactly right. 2 days later, 3 or 4 guys had opted out, including a couple of defensive players, and we went out there and steamrolled them in the bowl game. And this guy really believed it. So I asked today on the blog, I wonder, because that guy, he said, Clemson's culture is different, and we're special. And Dabo, you just don't understand it. I mean, this guy was like, if Dabo would have put the purple and orange Kool-Aid in front of him, there's no question that guy would have pushed the cup off to the side and grabbed the jug, John, and went like this, look, like he was an Animal House.
How many times have you had him on since?
I would never have that guy on. He's a dupe and a dope. Why would I have that guy on? Nice guy, though. He seemed like, didn't he, Matt? Didn't he, guy, seem like a really nice fella? He seemed like a really nice guy. He really believed in it.
He was bought into the Dabo Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he really, like when you meet adults that get pulled into this stuff, and you're kind of like, fans, okay, fine. You're a fan. You're not really on the inside. This guy knows the secrets. This guy knows how they were getting the players all those years, doesn't he, John? He's a play-by-play voice. He would know the secrets, right? This guy was hook, line, and sinker. I mean, he was believing it.
He still thought they were in the playoffs, which they'd been quite a bit coming up until that year, and then they weren't. They were in just a regular bowl game that didn't have a playoff tie to it.
John, he said you just wouldn't believe the culture here.
Well, I give Dabo Swinney all the credit in the world for what he did with that program. He won 2 national titles.
I agree with that.
So there's certainly no reason to take digs at him. But
how about this dope that does play-by-play for him?
There's no perfect culture out there. We're in a different kind of culture, and it permeates everything. There's no program that's immune to it. It doesn't matter how great your coach is or what his values are. There's no way around that. Uh, uh, what about? Let's get back to this.
27 opt-outs, John, for Clemson for the. Why would you bother playing a bowl game when you have 27, including your like top 7 players on defense? What is the point? You're charging admission to that. You're putting your uniform on. You're wasting jet fuel. You're wasting my time.
You're getting a paycheck for your league.
Exactly.
That's why you're playing.
Exactly.
But that's why Notre Dame opted out.
But you're losing money.
And you're losing money.
You're losing money.
As Mr. Hand told Jeff Spicoli, you're wasting our time. Jeff Spicoli got a pizza ordered to Mr. Hand's class, and Mr. Hand said, no, this is my time. And Jeff Spicoli said, no, this is our time. And Mr. Hand said, well, if it's our time, then bring me your pizza. And he ate his pizza.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So the point is this, ladies and gentlemen. What's the point? That's the point. Did you watch a bowl game yesterday?
No.
You gonna watch them today? There's 3 of them or 4 of them today.
No, I looked at those games.
Oh,
I mean, I watch as much college football as anybody during the regular season.
I love it.
But I do have some discretion as to what games I'll choose. You wouldn't watch these games during the regular season. You wouldn't even give them a second thought. So why would you watch them now? I mean, I'll certainly watch all the SEC games. But another problem, though, about these bowl games, because betting has such an influence in college sports now, particularly college football.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the world would you bet on one of these games? You really don't know what team will be out there. You don't know what team you're betting on. And it's not just the idea of opt-outs.
Right.
Some people will be there physically, but not mentally.
Right.
They're just there. And teams don't care.
It literally is like you hear the old adage about betting on raindrops. You are better off when next time there's rain, betting on how much rain's going to fall out in Alcoa at one of their measuring stations. It makes 0 sense.
You know,
nobody knew that yesterday. Nobody before Dabo Swinney stood up there and said, "Oh, by the way," and then he said he tried to hide it. He said, "Well, several of them are missing for injury. 27 players?
Yeah.
What do you have? Bubonic plague gone through your program? 27 players?
It's almost like
what, are you kidding me?
A building fell on half his team.
That's what I'm right. Think about a guy standing up there and then saying, because you got to cover it, because it's not my culture.
Yeah, it's
because nobody opts out here. It's all injury.
Yeah, we've had a few players that won't be playing for various reasons.
Yeah.
That's how you say 27 a few players. 27 people won't be playing.
The thing I can honestly say about Tennessee's bowl game compared to a lot of these is that both these teams are doing pretty much a dead level best to get a pretty commensurate picture of who their teams were this year on the field. The Vols have had, to this point, very few opt-outs.
Key players, though.
Yeah, and Illinois has some key players opt out. Yeah,
it's pretty much balanced.
Yeah, it's balanced, and both quarterbacks are playing, which is more than you can say for most of these matchups. I mean, I go back to that Old Dominion game last week, and here's why college football remains a great sport. That Old Dominion game last week was better than either of those 2 Crip playoff games, where those quarterbacks were getting mashed and thrown around, and those 2 teams were going after each other and playing hard. And
South Florida was committing personal fouls every other play.
South Florida was bringing it. They were team bringing it that night. And those playoff games, John, you and I we were talking during the break with each other. And Brian mentioned that one when they had the one white wide receiver, no offense to him, caught the ball, and they're escorting him into the end zone. You mean to tell me that Dan Lanning didn't tell those guys, hey, we're just going to or tell his coaches, hey, we're going to let's put these guys in situations where let's hold the score down. That's your theory, right? There's got to be something happened. James Madison didn't do that.
No. And if I were if I were orchestrated such a strategy, I would have been more subtle about it. I mean, the way James Madison's receivers were suddenly beating Oregon's DBs
Yeah.
by as big a margins as Oregon receivers were beating second members of the secondary for JMU in the first half. I mean, Dante Moore could have passed for 600 yards in that game had he so chosen. And Oregon said, let's get a 600-yard game for Dante Moore. So
Kind of incredible. Brian, are you watching anything today on my birthday besides the Flyers and Blackhawks tonight on TNT? The Blackhawks have one of the great uniforms in all sports. The Indian on the front cover of the uniform.
I am surprised that they haven't been forced to change their name to something else.
I agree with that. And the Indian logo
that's really surprising to me.
But it's the best. It's the best uniform in all sports, Brian. Do you agree? That and the Detroit
I'm glad they're still who they are.
Yep.
I don't know about best uniform in sports. I don't know about that, but it is iconic.
Have you seen the Blackhawks? Their uniform?
Of course not. But I do. I'm thinking of a black hawk because Zone Tail Hawk has got a lot of black in it.
You were saying the AI thing is even perverted bird watching.
Well, it did. I think they've corrected that glitch. I don't know exactly how, but
tell the story. You were over at Shumpert Park and you saw something.
Well, I'll just have there's an app called Merlin.
Yeah.
Where you can, I'm not elite birders hear sounds and they know what the bird is.
Let me say this before John tells a story that he knows from whence he speaks. We were outside our house. We've had a woodpecker out there forever. The nose looks like my nose. And when this thing hammers, I mean, this thing is loud, and sometimes it'll wake me up. I mean, when this thing hits a piece of wood now, it's been out there for years. It just hangs out in our backyard. But tell the story. Go ahead about you're over in the because John heard it and he said that's a blah 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 blah.
It was a pileated woodpecker. That's pretty hard to miss, though. Anybody a casual birder. I'm a C- birder.
And the pileated thing makes a sound. It sounds like a jackhammer almost.
Yeah, it really does. Like there's a construction.
Force. Do you know how much force those birds use, John?
I would hate for one of them to hit my head.
Oh.
Does AI create fake birds and fake bird noises?
Well, what it did,
like the Masters.
What it did, I'm out at Shumpert Park, and all of a sudden I hear a sound, and it pops up on my Merlin app as a European goldfinch, which I did see in Ireland. And then I got a couple of more from Brazil.
Yeah.
And I inquired to someone who's certainly a more elite birder than I am. I'm not elite at all. I inquired about that, and they said, well, that app now is using AI, and they haven't worked it out right yet.
So they told you there was a bird from South America.
Yeah, in Shumpert
That's close.
Park.
I mean, that's
Yeah. Well, I was so
because there is the wrong turn on his migration route.
There's a lot of Espanol oblad.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, birds do get off
illegal
course.
alien bird.
And birds can get off course, right? That's the thing. Yeah.
So,
what's the furthest you've ever seen a bird get off course? All kidding aside, like they can get.
Oh yeah, they can get. Well, I mean, I don't personally. I mean, I just remember
that's got to be a kick for people when they see a bird
yeah,
that belongs
it is
somewhere.
Because you got these maps that in your bird book that says, oh no, they're not here.
Yeah.
But they can be there. And I remember seeing a western tanager at South Padre Island in the spring.
And so a western tanager belongs where?
It would be out in Colorado, California,
so that's
Wyoming.
thousands of miles away.
1,000 miles away.
Yeah. So when I was a kid working at my first radio job at WRJZ in my 20s, I was doing the late night shift. I would have to shut the thing down at night, and I would forget to lock the door half the time, which I'm sure is shocking to you. And I had a checklist of things I had to go through. One night the phone was ringing, and it kept ringing and ringing and ringing. And I'm verbal and I'm lonely, and I'm sitting in there before cell phone, so I pick it up. It's a guy in Canada who's caught our signal, looked our phone number up, called the line, and said, "Hey, can you send me some stationery? He said, "This is my hobby. I sit around and wait for the AM band to skip, and I picked up your station." That was a 5,000-watt station. For him to pick that thing up in Canada, that thing had to get way up in the ionosphere, which is what AM signals did at night, and they skipped around. That's how we were able to hear, and you're still able to do that late at night.
Well,
it's a neat thing. But that was his hobby. Like, he would sit
that
there.
It's
Cool, right?
It's so cool that he would do that. And that's a great accomplishment for him. The irony is of all the people to contact, someone as unreliable as you to send the stationery.
Matt, now I want you to know.
Send him a couple of copper cards too.
All right, Matt, 30 years later.
He'll get him in 5 years.
30 years later, Matt. Tell on me, Matt.
Hawkeye salmon.
Did I send that guy, Matt, the stationery? Did I follow through?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no chance.
No.
Not a chance in hell.
He could have called 100 other people and had a better chance of getting stationery.
You know, now that I think about
that really might hate Americans to this day.
Now that I think about it, Now that I think about it, I don't think I ever sent the guy anything.
Of course you did.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking about it.
That really tells the listeners all they need to know about you. Just that little story, that one anecdote, tells them all they need to know about you. So, a momentous event for another person was nothing to you. You walked out the door, forgot to lock it, moved on, never thought about him again.
It's kind of, I think I went to Larry Richmond at the time, the great Larry Richmond. I think I went to Larry and said, or maybe Dave Locke, and I said, "Hey, there's a guy in Canada. We need to take care of this guy."
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
No, of course you didn't. You'd forgotten that guy as soon as you hung up the phone.
But it's a great story, and it did happen. He was from Canada.
Yeah, it's a great
and the
story.
Thing skipping around the ionosphere, a 5,000-watt station, for him to receive that.
It's a great story, but like the hero dies in the end because he never gets the stationery. I just imagine him sitting there checking his mailbox every day for maybe 3 weeks and then realizing
this guy's
it's never going to come.
Yeah,
he doesn't care.
I cared. I think it's neat. It stayed with me.
Maybe it got lost in the mail, Tone, between now and there in Canada.
Well, that's like Nathan in Andersonville. His real name is Mason. And he told Laura, because we sent him some cards, because he got with her and got the address, and got stuff sent to him, some copper cards and an alumni hall card. And he said, "Yeah, my name's Mason, but Tony calls me Nathan." And I just gave up. He said, "I guess he was hard of hearing." And
and
so now we call the guy Nathan. And Nathan, I don't want you to think that I don't value you, man. I want to call you by what name you want to go by, man. Now that we're getting all this out here, this is an emotional day for me. This is
You know what, Tony?
This is a reverse Festivus, Nathan. I'm pouring my heart out. Or is it Mason? What I say his name was? His name is Mason, and we were calling him Nathan. And Laura said, "Can you get the guy's name right?" And I said, "I didn't know that was his name, hon." But sure enough, it was Mason on the.
I know, but see, you know how you value him? You value him that you got his name wrong and turned it into a bit.
No.
You used him is what you did. That's how you operate. And that's fine. It's entertainment. It's showbiz. So go for it, Tony. Who else are you going to ignore today?
James Daniel said this has been quite the 15 minutes. But James also, that's a bad point by him. A great point that he made earlier is, who can remember anything that happens in those bowl games? And I love college football. The 4 games today, I looked at that slate today and I thought, man, today's my birthday. I'm going to watch college football. No, I'm not. I got better things to do than turn that on. I'm sorry.
Think of a bowl game.
Love your show.
Wait.
They were such a celebration of sports compared to what Anthony accidentally is going to the Rose Bowl with his girlfriend.
Yeah, you told
There's
me that.
family, and there's a kid marching in the band, and they're going to go behind the scenes, and they're going to see the whole Rose Parade. Now they put it together, and they're doing a guided tour and this, that, and the other. And then he's going to get to see Indiana and Alabama, John, play live. Now, that ain't bad. In the Rose Bowl. Who's going to win?
Indiana.
Close game?
10 points.
Matt, close game?
Probably within 2 scores, but I think Indiana wins and wins comfortably.
Yeah.
They're just a better team.
Oh, yeah, in every area.
Much better team, yeah, in every facet. And they don't beat themselves, and that's what Alabama's kind of relied on teams doing. Because Alabama can't run the ball.
Can't run.
Too one-dimensional, and that, Fernando Mendoza will pick apart that secondary.
Indiana is lost one of their best defensive players, but I think they have enough that they'll have somebody else in there that
guy's a great player.
won't miss a beat.
That guy's a great player they're missing.
Yeah, but they had enough.
We'll see if that has to do it.
They had enough against Ohio State,
who I don't think played hard in that game.
So you would pick Ohio State in an Indiana rematch?
I don't think Ohio State's going to get there. I think Georgia's going to get them.
I don't think Ohio State. I think Indiana.
I think Miami might get Ohio State.
See, what's going to feel Ohio State this year? The Michigan loss fueled them, and I don't know what's going to do that this year for this team. They're going to have to find their own motivation.
I thought Indiana revealed some flaws with the quarterback.
Great defense from Miami. And then that Tony kid at running back. If they had a quarterback that just stayed out of the way, John, they'd be undefeated.
If they had Gunnar Stockton.
If they had Joey Aguilar. Joey Aguilar's a lot better than the guy they have. A lot better.
He throws a pretty ball.
That guy they have.
But they won that game. But despite him, he gave them nothing. But they still won the game. They're running.
You know what that reminded me of?
Weird.
That reminded me of Tennessee's win at Miami years ago. Same type of game. One touchdown, won it.
Hey, Matt, what do you make of Nico staying at UCLA? We get another topic on the table here to talk about. Because I'm happy for him.
I mean, it's surprising, but it's probably a good move for his part.
Are we sure he's staying?
He's staying.
Well, no, he's saying he's staying.
Well, John, I don't know. I don't know that there's a market for him.
Where's he going?
Yeah, I don't know what the market would be for him.
I have him go into New York. It's already written and hadn't been published. It won't be published yet, but I have him go into transferring to Georgia Tech. So I guess I should delete that.
Think they could do better than him.
He is a good runner, though. He is a really good runner. I don't think he has the durability of a Haynes King. So I'm trying to think when you brought that up about how you don't remember anything from bowl games. That Purdue-Tennessee game?
Yeah.
In the Music City Bowl?
Yeah.
I remember Tennessee trying to tackle at tight end. Have I got that right?
That's right.
Yeah, couldn't tackle him.
Well,
Jabari Wright scored a touchdown. They didn't give it to him.
I remember. That's all I remember.
I said on here that they blew us out, and people got really angry with me. And truth be told, all I remember is us not being able to stop them on defense.
Yeah,
I forgot the ending of the game.
They blew out your defense.
Yeah,
but what about?
It was weird because that was the game the third team quarterback started. We were all like, "Who is it? Aiden O'Connell? I mean, what are we doing?" You said on here, look, I would take my house, my mortgage, past mortgages, all my cars, every note I've ever had, and I'd let it ride.
Yeah, I said that for entertainment purposes, but of course I wouldn't really do that. But what do you remember about Tennessee playing Northwestern in the Outback Bowl? What do you remember about that game?
When was that?
Butch Jones' second bowl team, 2015 season.
Matt remembers everything. Matt's got a photographic memory.
Matt remembers.
Josh
Matt
off
had
to the side. Incredible run into the end zone, and I think Kamara went off.
Evan Berry had a 100-yard pick six late that made the total go over, which I lost on because I knew that Northwestern team wasn't scoring.
Wow.
That was like a 10 or 11 win Northwestern team too.
Wasn't it like 21-0 really fast?
It was just a total blowout.
The Vols got a couple of
that
those.
was one of the 8-4 Tennessee teams that had 10-2 talent.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You talk about these mismatches we just saw in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can get those in bowl games sometimes.
Oh, sure.
Because even though a team might be from a Power 4 conference, the very bottom of that league, some of those Big Ten teams Tennessee has played in bowls did not have enough speed. I know that's kind of a stereotype, but they just didn't.
Hey, Matt, besides
Butch's 3 bowl wins were all like what John is saying. They just blew those teams out.
Yeah.
Besides the Nebraska win, and the Nebraska win in the bowl game down there, besides Jones getting carried off because he begged his players to carry him off.
Oh, he had to slip him a few bucks.
I know 2 of the guys that carried him, and he said, "Hey, would you guys pick me up?"
I thought that when I was watching it in real time.
No,
he said, "There's no way they would be motivated to carry him off the field.
Pick me up."
And he looked like a total buffoon doing that. After beating a Nebraska team that didn't have its quarterback.
Well, he looked like Kim Jong-Jones being carried off the field by the Army.
You will carry me off the field.
Yeah, you will carry me off the field.
Or die.
Yes.
Kill you.
Matt, what do you remember about it?
The Nebraska game?
Yeah, give me a couple memories.
Well, Tennessee wore the smoky grays, unfortunately. It was really cold. Derek Barnett broke Reggie White's sack record late in the fourth quarter.
There you go.
See, Matt, remember
he had come close a bunch, and then he finally got it. And, it's a blowout. I mean, I think it was like a 2-score game, but, there was no way Nebraska was going to ever score.
They were not
and I remember Tennessee's bench was celebrating because it was really the biggest storyline going into that game. And everybody went crazy. And Butch Jones was so pissed off that he had to call a timeout there to settle it. I'll never forget that. Somebody had to get on the headset and tell him what had happened because he was so mad that he had to call a timeout to celebrate Barnett breaking Reggie White's school sack record.
Why was he mad?
Couple that with having players carry him off the field was just one of the more off-putting things of that era to me. That really bothered me.
Do you think
he had no feel for anything?
No, he didn't, Brian.
Oh, no.
No, he was a total spad.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I wonder, percentage-wise...
No emotional.
I wonder, percentage-wise, how many Tennessee fans thought, well, he must have told those players to carry him off. Don't you think the majority fans, they've been around Butch Jones long enough that they knew that players wouldn't have spontaneously carried him off the field in celebration?
My favorite Butch Jonesism, and I always love this, is when Bino called me to let me know that he was over there watching T. Higgins, right, guys? That's right. That's that period, right? T. Higgins is over there, and Butch Jones has a guy standing next to him holding his umbrella in the rain. Look, John. Now, John,
I gotta go over to a basketball game and hold an umbrella for Butch Jones. That's my plans for tonight.
If you and I, John, were standing there together and I were holding your umbrella, wouldn't you tell me, hey, let me hold the umbrella for you, man? Put your hands down. Say you were my muscle, right? Because Butch Jones was walking around with a bodyguard. That's what that guy was. Whereas Dabo Swinney, I'm not kidding you. Dabo Swinney sat there and was Dabo Swinney sat there in the stands and was over there hanging out with everybody, just kind of being himself.
And Butch Jones was being
and a bodyguard, being Butch Jones. But he tried so hard.
He
had that car with the wings. Do you remember the car with the wing? The last thing I would do.
The game of Jones.
If I was coach.
Good one, Brian.
Guys, what about this Notre Dame USC thing? USC, and it's right on the blog. You can read about this. It's right up above. It's right next to the T3 vodka ad. It's perpendicular to that, and it's right up above where Alan at We Ship Floors smashes some lead onto his flooring, and you can't break his flooring. I mean, that is an incredible product.
He smashes lead on his floor?
Yeah, he takes a piece of lead and goes like this. You really got it. I'm going to show it to you during the break. It's impressive. So after, I'm going to get this right now, 78 consecutive years they've played, including COVID. Notre Dame and USC are no more because Notre Dame's saying that USC wouldn't accommodate the date they held this year. So they have bailed on the series. They announced it yesterday, 2026. They're not playing. And I just and several people have pointed out in the glitterati of the thing, this is Notre Dame's fault that cover this. Dan Wetzel said that what USC said to them is the way we'll work this out is we'll just play the first game of the season. It's open. We can just move it to week 0. We can play there, play the game.
Great way to open the season.
Great way to open the season.
Yeah.
We'll play you. We'll prepare for it all season, and we'll play the game. And Notre Dame said, no, thank you. Notre Dame's in no mode right now. Now, here's my question for you guys. Does Notre Dame have the footing to be saying to one of the real teams that they have left on their schedule now that they play, they are starting to urinate me off, John Bryce, who I love and have served these many years. Notre Dame's starting to urinate me off.
It's almost like as though they're trying to be unpopular.
Matt, how would you explain that? And if you were a Notre Dame fan, I would be. That's one of the great, cool college football rivalries, and they're telling everybody no, they wouldn't accommodate us, so we're not going to play them.
It's the same philosophy as the bowl. We get it our way with our ball, or we go home. Southern Cal, though, that's one chance Notre Dame has to get a quality win.
Yes. 2026 schedule, here it is. They play Wisconsin on the 6th. Bank will move the bar.
No, that's
a win. They play Rice. That's a garbage team.
Win.
They play I'm talking about how you get into the playoffs now. Michigan State. Is that going to move your playoff bar?
Win.
No. Purdue. Is that going to move your playoff bar?
Yeah.
At North Carolina in the Misery Bowl. Can you imagine hanging out with the hoodie and that miserable guy that was coaching at Arkansas?
Bobby Petrino. What an odd fit that could actually work a little bit.
Sure it could.
Surprisingly. I think that's actually a really good hire.
Smiley and Happy. Those two guys. What's the over-under on how many smiles those guys and laughs those guys will enjoy during the year together when they're hanging out? I'll go 5. Let's put it at 5.5.
Well, as long as Bobby Petrino doesn't give Bill Belichick's girlfriend a motorcycle ride.
Let me know when I say, let me know when I say a pretty good team. All right, John. So far we got Wisconsin.
Okay. They're 5-0.
We got Rice. We got Michigan State. We got Purdue. We got North Carolina. Any of those teams do anything for them?
No, they're 5-0.
Then we're versus Navy in Foxborough.
That's might be their toughest game so far.
Then we've got Miami of Florida at home.
That's a loss.
Then we've got Boston College. Then we've got SMU, which is an okay game. Then we've got Stanford.
Where's that at?
It doesn't say.
Imagine saying SMU and Notre Dame.
It's at home.
It's at home.
It's at home, Matt.
In Miami is where?
Then they've got Miami is there. Okay. Miami's there because it doesn't say at.
Okay, after SMU.
Then they've got Stanford at home, which is just a dreadful football game. No offense to Stanford. Then they go to Syracuse, which is a dreadful football game. And then they close their season at BYU.
Well, BYU's probably the toughest. Miami and then BYU. But look.
Do they have any standing to walk away from USC, guys? Or are they trying not to make the playoffs?
But look at this.
Yeah.
You've got, I see 3 games, BYU, Miami, and SMU.
That's it.
They win one of those 3, they should be 10-2.
And not in the playoffs.
They shouldn't be, but will they be in?
They weren't in this year. I wouldn't put them in a 16-team playoff schedule playing that
schedule. Well, they have that clause where if they're ranked in the top 12, they're automatically in.
And they'll finagle the rankings to get them ranked in the top 12 to get automatically in, probably.
I'm glad.
Really, that should take the G5 spot whenever there's not one of those G5 teams that's ranked. It should that should be where Notre Dame goes.
He's right about that. Notre Dame should have been at Ole Miss this year.
Yeah, but the whole idea that Notre Dame gets such favorable treatment, that's why I didn't have any sympathy for it getting left out of the
Well,
playoffs.
I'm gonna get this out of the one more time here. Montana State would have been favored against that Tulane team, and North Dakota State would have been a 6-point favorite against them. These are 1AA football teams with 1AA profiles and 1AA, what would you call it, budgets. And they're 6 point better than a playoff team.
Dan Lanning was so concerned with how easy that team had it. He said, "I gotta change the narrative.
Toughen this thing up.
I gotta make this difficult."
Hour 2 after this.
You're listening to FM 105.7
Festivus. It's Festivus.
And AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, FANRUN Radio.
It's the hottest post-game show on the planet. Garza Law, fifth quarter fan reaction. Fan reaction. As soon as the final gun sounds, we're live.
Score a TD every time with T3 Vodka. T3 is Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. T3 Vodka is taking the Volunteer State by storm. T3 Vodka, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where quality isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. Filtered 10 times and 80 proof. T3 Vodka delivers a smoothness that's unmatched. This dedication to excellence has already earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades. T3 is a 5-time gold medal winning vodka and the 2025 SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner. Whether you're sipping it neat or on the rocks or mixing up your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka is your choice for a premium, award-winning experience. Score a T3 TD and ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, drink T3 Vodka, and score a touchdown every time. T3, Tennessee's premium vodka, distributed by Athens Distributing Company. Please drink responsibly. When it's time for a fresh coat of paint, run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. Interior and exterior, Walker's Painting's been making it beautiful since 1999 across the Knoxville area. New construction, repaints, commercial, residential, free estimates available. And get this, mention you heard Walker's Painting on the Basilio show, 10% off your first job. Let's go! Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting, making it beautiful since 1999. Check out the ad at the blog at tclub.team. Walker's Painting.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stunt grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Basilio here for Budget Transmissions. TGMD, the great Matt Dixon, took his Ford Escape to budget, and like our gold bullet back in the day, it was a total mess. And now, Matt's back in the game. He's got a new transmission, axle, wheel bearing, both radiator hoses, engine mounts, coolant hoses. I mean, his Ford Escape was about to escape to the junkyard, but he didn't begrudge it. He took it to budget, and now he's on his way back to Omaha. Budget Transmissions, over 30 years in business, conveniently located in Bearden. All extended service contracts are honored. A gold certified Repair Pal member. 865-584-4391. 865-584-4391. Budget Transmissions. Don't begrudge it. Take it to budget.
Josh Collins at Collins Insurance Agency. At Collins Insurance, we strive to ensure our customers receive better coverage along with bigger savings. Our community is important to us. We want to provide exceptional service to our customers. Anybody can provide great rates, great coverage, but can you also get great service? And hey, don't just take my word for it.
What's up, everybody? Zakai Ziegler here. My family turns to Collins Insurance Agency for the best service, coverage, and price.
So don't just go online and get some random insurance. Experience the Collins Insurance difference.
Like he said, experience the Collins Insurance difference. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. And hey, their Mama's Easy approved. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. Thank you to Josh Collins and ZZ.
One more thing, Tony. Go Vols!
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues. Every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today. Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
VIP Play coming soon. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Must be 21 plus and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hey there, Basilio crew. Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty. The holiday season is here, and if your plans include unwrapping your new home, then take advantage of less competition and motivated sellers while others are out fighting over parking spots at the mall. Smart buyers are out snagging deals on great homes, and I'm ready to help. Give me a call, 865-694-5904, or reach out at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com. And as always, go Vols!
Peter to be back with you, 865-200-5402. I'll tell you something about Jennifer Morris. She is top-notch. She presents John Adams today. And she is with nextmovesmokymountains.com/Keller Williams. And she's a wonderful person. And she's great at what she does. She loves people. She's very conscientious. She loves her community. She is, in my opinion, she's a rock star. She should have her own energy drink. You agree with that? She really ought to have her own energy drink. Let's go to the phones. We'll get as many people in here as we can. It's a Festivus celebration for the ages.
You know what's good? She, to me, is the antithesis of you. If she tells you she's going to do something, I tell you what, if that guy from Canada would have heard Jennifer and told her to send him some stationery from that station, he would have got it in 2 or 3 days. She's so reliable.
He'd probably have a second home in Knoxville.
Hey, Matt, one of my favorite hockey podcasts, Elliot Freeman. It is the Elliot Freeman podcast. It's the one that everybody sets their clock to. 32 Thoughts is what it's called. Elliot, yesterday, I'm driving around listening to him, running errands, whatnot. And Elliot says, I have a confession to make. He said, I'm a Tennessee Volunteer football fan. He's talking about Nick Saban becoming part owner of the team in Nashville. And they had a press conference yesterday. He said, the people in Knoxville, people in Tennessee, they have a high regard, a high level of respect for Saban, which people do around here. People have a high level of respect. I think the guy'd be a great commissioner of the deal. I think he's great on ESPN. But he said, I have a confession to make. He said, I'm a Tennessee Volunteer football fan, always have been and never been to a game. I'm reaching out to that guy, Matt. He's a pillar in Canada. And
Who is it?
his name is Elliot Friedman. 32 Thoughts is his podcast. And I'm going to reach out to him, and we're going to get him down to Calhoun's and take him to some tailgates and show him the way, so to speak.
Why is he coming here?
Because he loves the Vols. He's never been. It's on his bucket list.
When's he coming?
I'm going to tell him to choose a game, and we're going to make it happen.
Oh, how about that Furman game?
Do you think that I'm going to reach out to the guy?
If you think
that's why I wrote his name down.
No, watch John. What John's going to say. Go ahead, John.
You're going to do that because that could benefit you.
You really suck. That really is a terrible thing to say about me on Festivus.
It's true, though.
Let's get our next call in. Hello and welcome.
I don't mean it in a bad way.
No, Mike Griffith. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, welcome in.
Madison in Texas.
Hey, Madison, welcome in.
Hey, man. Just want to say happy birthday. Tony, as we reflect on the year and the holidays and everything, I just want you to know how grateful I am of you. I'm a guy who lives a couple thousand miles away from Knoxville, which is my home. And just, through the ups and the downs and Tennessee sports and all the craziness, what keeps me coming back is really the community. And it's entertaining. And Tony, I just want you to know how grateful I am for you. And happy birthday, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, Madison.
Now that's a reversal. You don't mean that. That's like a reverse Festivus toward me, right?
Madison, how would this change your opinion if you knew that as soon as you got off your call, one time Tony made fun of you? How would that make you feel?
I've never done that. Don't tell that kid that. You're an idiot.
Well, it'd probably be deserved, but Tony, I will flip it on you. So I haven't been able to listen to the show too much. Just got back from Mexico.
Do it
with lovely Mackenzie, who you met at Calhoun.
I love lovely Mackenzie. My gosh.
Boy,
and so we're sitting there by the pool. We're going for dose. I'm just relaxing. I think, I'm gonna turn on the show. So I turn on the show, and Mackenzie goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm turning on Tony." She said, "Honey, I listen to this all the time at home. I'm not listening to Tony while I'm on vacation. You better turn that off right now." So I didn't end up listening to the show last couple of weeks, but I did hear something I wanted to make a comment on that Mark in Colombo was speaking about. No, just the overall quarterback situation.
Yeah,
Tony.
let's talk about it.
So I heard Mark say, "Hey, you know what? I didn't get to see a second year of Nico, and that maybe Nico would have been better." He said, "I want a quarterback better than Joey Aguilar." And I want everybody to just understand and appreciate, because I look at this stuff, and I mean, I'm a common sense guy. I see what's on the field. I don't get obsessed with these star ratings and everything like Mark and these people do that are totally obsessed with it. And it's the only thing that matters. Guys, Joey had one of the best passing seasons in school history. I don't think people understand that.
Top 5.
He had 8.9 yards per attempt, which of course is an efficiency metric. That's quite a bit better than Peyton Manning in his should have been Heisman season.
Yep.
It's second in program history of all time behind Hendon Hooker, who, by the way, exploded in year 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he was objectively the best transfer portal quarterback besides Fernando Mendoza, who went on to win the Heisman, with 3 months to prepare at Tennessee. So my question to everybody else is, if we don't think this guy's good enough, then who do you want to get? And beyond that, Tony, I'm just kind of trying to understand, because when I look at the Pavia situation, he got a waiver to play this past year, and his situation is pretty much exactly lined up with Joey's. So why can't we just lawyer up and get this guy eligible? I mean, he deserves a year 2.
They don't
Does
think
he not?
They don't think they're going to win, and they think they can get somebody better than him. Madison would be the way I would put it.
Well, Madison brings up a really good point.
Okay.
We talked about this before about how Josh Heupel evaluates and picks out quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Joey Aguilar was desperation, just fell into his lap.
Mm-hmm.
Nico was his guy.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Milton was his guy. Hendon Hooker just fell in his lap. He was an afterthought.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that Tennessee would get that he will pick a better quarterback than Joey Aguilar, I'm not so sure.
Matt, are you confident of it? to Madison's point, Matt? Are you confident of it that they'll get a better guy?
I mean, I think you can upgrade, but I'm not. I don't have a full confidence in Hypo like I should with how good of a coach he is, because he's kind of made this mistake a time or two.
What's weird, guys, is he didn't do it at Central Florida. He had hit after hit at Central Florida.
Well, the guys he chose were unproven, but if you get Levitt or Sorsby in there, they're proven. Especially Levitt. He's a playoff. He led a team to the playoffs.
But not in your system, like John's talking about, and that's Madison's point. Madison's point is you will take the known. Look, I think that Tennessee, I think the Levitt guy, look, his family lives here, whatever, they just moved here. Texas Tech is going to buy him. I'm convinced of that. Sorsby,
Yeah.
I'm talking. The kid from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And so from that perspective, it looks like Tennessee could be in good shape with Levitt, but who knows? I mean, does LSU get involved with him? Are there other surprises and other bumps along the road? And who knows who you end up with?
What about Oregon?
Well, the Moore kid's coming back.
He is coming back.
Yeah, he's only in his second year. I believe. Is that redshirt freshman?
No, he could go pro.
Hang on,
because they were debating that.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's 20 years old.
I don't know what the NFL quarterback market is, which is another
he's
story.
draft eligible.
Which is another story, Does he need more seasoning?
He would be the second player picked.
Would he?
Quarterback.
Well, Tony, guys, think about this, right? You mentioned Josh and his ability to evaluate quarterbacks. First point is, and I don't know if anybody knows this, if Joey throws for 376 yards in the bowl game, he will be the season record holder in Tennessee history for passing yards. I mean, that needs to be said, because
I didn't know.
376 yards. He'll break Peyton Manning's record for passing yards. And he had a far better yards per attempt this year than Manning did ever in his career. And in fact, Manning threw more picks in the 97 season than Joey has so far. So I think we need to take that into context. We were not going anywhere, guys, as you all well know, with that defense. And everybody wants to put it all on the quarterback. It's a lot more complicated than that. But think about this, guys. So who did we first go after? We went after Josh Hoover, Rocco Beck, Avery Johnson, those guys. He had a better season than those guys. Now, what if we had moved on?
Yeah, Hoover.
Go ahead.
Hoover's a turnover machine. Look, Hoover's the guy that Indiana, I think, walked into the portal because they're going to take him, and they're going to take probably going to take their current quarterback's little brother as well. The Hoover guy is a guy that would fit in Tennessee's offense, except that he doesn't run, but he throws a great long ball. The problem with him, though, is he is a turnover machine.
Yes, but doesn't Heupel's offense
So you just
reduce?
described Aguilar pre-Tennessee.
Yeah, he reduces you don't have it. The quarterback doesn't have as many turnovers in Heupel's system. That's the track record.
Except our guy this year had a spate of them, which lost a couple games. That's why our fans are down on him.
Well, I mean, if his receivers could catch primarily the tight end and a couple off of
Mike
Matthews' hands.
Yes.
I mean, he threw about 5 picks that were right off of his receiver's hands. And if some of those long balls that he threw were caught, which I think Matthews had a few drops,
yes,
and then there was a phantom OPI. I mean, he would have already broken Manning's record. But let's think about if Mark's point was true and we moved on from Nico in the spring, who would we have been in contention for? Carson Beck, John Mateer. I mean, Joey had a better season than those guys with 3 months to prepare. So what I don't understand, and maybe you guys can help educate me and some of the other callers on this, and the listeners, how is this different than Pavia's situation? Pavia got the waiver. How is it that Joey can't get a waiver as well? I mean, are we just going to give Pavia preferential treatment? I mean, what's going on here, guys?
No, I think didn't they come in the same year?
So Joey's the year. Well, okay.
He sat. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He played more seasons in
junior college.
JUCO.
That's the difference. That's right. So what they want to do is they want to expunge all your seasons in junior college. The reason the NCAA is fighting that is that will be like the Curt Flood case in baseball. It will completely change the sport. and they don't want to do that. They're willing to say, hey, if you want me to not count one season, okay, we won't count one. That's what happened. But this kid played multiple years in junior college. Go ahead, John.
Okay, but how would a court look at that though? Why would a court say you're saying the JUCO your 1 year in junior college didn't count? Well, then if 1 year doesn't count, why does one more year count? Yeah,
that's what Pavia's team wants, because Pavia knows his earning days are over. Kind of like our guy. I mean, those guys can go to the spring league or go to Canada or maybe hope to catch on with an NFL team, but you make a pretty good bank right now as a college quarterback.
Yeah.
Pretty good bank, man. Pavia, if he came back, go ahead. Who was going to say something? Go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say
go ahead,
the difference between Pavia and Aguilar is so Pavia played some junior college. He had 3 years of D1 major college D1 football, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then he got a waiver to play his 4th year, which was this year.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Aguilar has played a few years of JUCO. He had played 3 years of Division I college football.
Yes.
And so he should get that same waiver that Pavia got to be able to play this year. I just don't understand how Pavia can get the waiver, but then other guys who are in the same situation cannot get the waiver, because it's all about how many years have you played D1 football. And it's looking to me like Pavia is getting preferential treatment that nobody else is going to get. I don't understand it.
We did a deep dive on it. Look, I just think that you're discounting. I appreciate the call. I think you're discounting the fact that our guy played multiple years in junior college, and he did. And then he started his clock and took a year off too, which is another thing that kind of. I mean, he started in 2019. It's 2025. I mean, he got 6 years. That's a 6-year dispensation. That's a pretty good bite at the apple.
Yeah, but you don't know. Madison brings up a good point, and because of we look at it differently. You look at it from a judge's perspective.
Yes.
Of course, there are a lot of screwy judges out there, let's face it, but I don't see where that would make a difference. How many years? But is there a rule about,
there are no, we're making all this as we go along.
Yeah, I know it's all that way. But if I would be, if Tennessee could get Aguilar back, I would say, okay, take Aguilar back. The extra money you would spend, to me, Tennessee needs to try and get an elite, get the best running back, get Kewan Lacey or Amon Hardy out of the transfer portal. The top 2 running backs in the SEC this year, they got them out of the portal. I mean, get the very best running back. Get the
ball kid, yeah.
Get the best running back.
That's what Richard was saying.
And get the best receiver.
Richard was saying, I'm not so sure. And he has a decent point, Matt. He wants to see a home run hitting running back put back there.
That's a good point.
With any quarterback. He said any quarterback in this offense could throw for a decent number of yards, which is what Aguilar showed. And to all due respect to our guy in Texas, I know you're making numbers, and don't please, I love you. Don't use Aguilar's name and Peyton Manning's name in this. I mean, just please let's not do that. I understand what you're trying to say, but
Manning only had 11 regular season games, I think.
Brian,
but that doesn't matter.
A totally different era.
But what we're talking about though is what he's doing. What Madison was doing, I think, is significant in that it gives us an appreciation for Aguilar. Those yards he piled up. Yards aren't the sole measuring stick of how good somebody is.
Yes.
But it does show you that Aguilar has been a very productive player.
He piled up yards against the have-nots. Let's just get real.
Okay, how many yards did he get against Oklahoma and Georgia?
Well, the Oklahoma game, he threw like 4 turnovers. I mean, that's why you lost the game.
But
that's a bad example.
But yardage. Okay, what about Georgia?
That's fine. Georgia was fine.
And he had, as Mark would say, some 50-50 balls that went his way. Yeah, give him credit for at least giving his receiver a chance.
There's a reason, though, that our fans look at him and kind of go, you can do better. I agree with people.
Well, maybe you can. I mean, if
I
you
agree with that.
yeah, maybe you can. I'm just saying when I look at Tennessee's track record for QBs,
You're right about that. A bird in the hand with Josh Heupel is certainly better than 2 in the book. There's no question that's true.
sure, I think it'd be good to get Sorsby. It would be good to get Levitt.
I don't understand. Austin Price said today they prioritize Sorsby over Levitt. Matt, I don't get that. The Sorsby guy, to me, looks too volatile when I've watched him.
I just haven't seen him as a passer do enough.
He's a runner.
He's a really, really good runner, but I just don't know how good of a passer he is.
It's a weird that they would
now maybe
prioritize him.
he is, and we just haven't seen it, and he wasn't in an offense that really could showcase how good of a passer he is. But I think Levitt's a much better quarterback.
Dr. Z said when you take Georgia and Oklahoma together, 764 yards passing, which is excellent for our quarterback.
Yeah.
7 touchdowns, and he turned the ball over 6 times in those 2 games.
That's fair.
Yeah. And those, those turnovers, guys and gals listening, those turnovers are what get you beat in those games. That's what we were just talking about with Alabama. The secret sauce for Alabama is you committed all those mistakes last week. And look, Ty Simpson wasn't great last week in that game, and they have no running game. But we don't engage in those things. That's why Alabama beat us. They didn't engage in those things. And look, I'm not knocking the quarterback because I don't like the call at the end of the half. But the quarterback let that ball go. I didn't let the ball go. People want to tell me, well, if the tight end does something or you the receiver on the receiving end of that, and it's really not the quarterback's fault. I didn't let the ball go. But the game wasn't the same after that.
Oh yeah, I know you can certainly make that point. Again, I say though, what kind of quarterback will Tennessee get? If it can get Sorsby, if it can get Levitt. See, when I watched Sorsby, and I didn't see a lot of him.
Yeah.
But when I watched him, I thought he threw the ball very well.
The Sorsby kid?
Yeah, I really like
Maybe
him.
that's what they see in him.
And what I like is I love that running ability.
Oh, he can run it.
Joey Aguilar was a guy that could run when necessary. He had pretty good instincts about when to run.
Yeah.
But I think in this offense, if you can get a quarterback who can, well, what we thought Nico might be, a guy that could go 50 yards for a touchdown.
Nobody's going to call Joey Aguilar athletic, I don't think, when it comes to running with the football. And that's okay.
No, but I just think it's important.
He wasn't afraid to run. I appreciate him. Tough guy. He wasn't afraid to run.
Think about this, though, with Joey Aguilar, and I think this is how people will view him historically when they look back on what he did at Tennessee. What if Joey Aguilar wouldn't have been available?
Oh.
Who would have been Tennessee's quarterback this year, and what would his record have been?
Hey, Matt, if they'd have put the kid out there that just went in the portal, what would that number have been over that 12-game schedule?
Probably 7 and 5.
I think he's right. 6 and 6, 7 and 5.
McIntyre would have been your quarterback by midseason.
Only 1 game worse.
I think it would have been a completely different kind of season.
Oh, it'd have been unwatchable.
You would have gotten blown out by Georgia.
Yeah, you've been back in Pruitt days.
You'd have been blown out in all the games you lost.
Yeah.
And you would have dropped either Mississippi State or Arkansas because they would have been able to outscore you.
I think that Georgia game is really interesting, guys, because the thing I'm appreciating about Kirby Smart, and I know he's got great depth and great talent. Okay, so, but man, they're so much different than they were when we played them. That's why it was so advantageous. We knew it too. We had a bite at them. We had a bite at them at a time where they were beatable. And if the kick is good, that's what drives me crazy about college football in a way, because it's a game. It's always been a game of narrative. Like oral history. We talk about these teams, and it matters to us, even in the playoff era. Think about how, John, we're talking about this team. If they would have just won that one game, and that kick should have gone through. And Bino or somebody said on here the other day, they would use the portal to go get another field goal kicker. And I'm not so sure I can argue with that.
Well, here's
I'm not so sure I can argue with that.
Well, here's how I look at the portal, and I know some teams like Ohio State and maybe Georgia cherry pick and get the position. I think in Tennessee's position this year, after the way this season went, with the schedule next year, if I look at player X over at SMU or Kansas State and say he's better than my left guard, I'm getting him. I would try and upgrade at every position I could.
Matt, would you be averse to bringing in a different kicker? Or would that be disloyal? Matt Diskin? Different kicker?
Yeah, you certainly need to bring in another guy, whether that's in the portal or just a walk-on or two. Yeah, you definitely need to have a competition going into next year. Absolutely.
That poor kid's body language when those games are on the line and they trot him out there, he looks like me.
Part of that is because he's so young looking. He looks 12.
He looks like me at the high school dance, getting ready to walk up to somebody and look at me and go.
And they go, I don't think so.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Do you think I'm blind?
Do you want to dance?
Are you kidding me?
You kidding me?
Why don't I just go outside and hang myself instead?
Interesting.
I think 9 out of every 10 years, Tennessee usually has a pretty good kicker. If we've been blessed in that regard.
Absolutely. And maybe it spoiled us, Brian. Maybe this kid is pretty good.
Well,
Adam Sparks said the kid's got better numbers than some of the guys that we like.
Jeff Hall.
He's got better numbers than Jeff Hall.
Yeah.
You know what the difference is? When the game was on the line, what'd Jeff Hall do?
He made it every time.
Okay, that's the problem. So we'll take a brief timeout. You better Adam, you better keep Jeff Hall's name out of your mouth and off your typewriter, big boy.
Nobody uses typewriters anymore. When was the last time you saw a typewriter?
As we continue with more after this. Are you currently a residential electrician? Would you like more benefits, better pay, more upside? What about a $3,000 signing bonus? Free company paid health insurance, annual profit share, company vehicle, gas card, much more. Call Advent Electric today. Advent, known for their large commercial jobs around town, and due to high demand, they're adding additional roles for their residential department. Maybe you know a friend, family member that's a residential electrician. Spread the word. Email hr@adventelectric.com. hr@adventelectric.com. 865-588-0631 and ask for the Tony B 3K signing bonus. Advent Electric is hiring. You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land. Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contract. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold, refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Made by 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Tony Basilio, and we are live once again with Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, you're out there on the field, 100 strong here in Knoxville. Talk to me. What's been going on with FC Alliance now that the weather's heating up?
We're out here for the first night of the boys' tryouts. We have over 400 kids that'll be here tonight.
So a lot of exciting times right now for us. Our club team start at U9 and we go all the way through U19. We have over 1,000 kids that come from Chattanooga from the Tri-Cities that make all our teams and make this club what it is today. So we're excited about it. We finished the younger kids a couple of weeks ago. We just finished the girls last night, and now we're on to our older boys program as we speak right now.
And we're blowing and going in the Tri-Cities. Tell me about it.
We started FC Alliance North 1 year ago, and coming off the first year, we are the largest, most competitive club up in the Tri-Cities area. We just finished our trials last night. Looks like right now we will be well over 400 kids for the upcoming season. So great things happening up there. We've put our boys into some really good regional leagues. So we're excited about what the future holds for them and also our girls programs.
If you want more information, check them out at fcallianceknox.org. That's fcallianceknox.org. Chad Stockton, keep growing the beautiful game here in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Tony Basilio along with the great Mark Griffin. And we're here to talk about our friends at Performance Medicine. And Griff, their slogan, stay educated, stay healthy. That's you.
Wow. I really like to think that, Tony, and I'd like to give Dr. Rogers a lot of credit because I definitely want to stay educated and healthy, and knowing that he's putting the time and effort in to make sure of my care. I want to encourage your listeners to put the time to learn and become educated and get to know Dr. Rogers and see if it could help with your health as well.
And there's a really, really easy way to do that. In fact, they've got their own YouTube channel. You can see Dr. Rogers for himself with his staff. It's called The Performance Medicine Show over at the Performance Medicine channel over on YouTube. Also, more information at performancemedicine.net. To our friends in North Knoxville, a brand new location over in Fountain City, now accepting patients. So many ways to reach Dr. Rogers. And like they say, stay educated, stay healthy. Performance Medicine, online, performancemedicine.net.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
The season of giving reminds us of what truly matters, community and connection. Hi there, Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. As the year closes, I wanted to take a moment to sincerely thank you, my Basilio family clients. Thank you for trusting me with your most important decisions. Whether it was finding your first home or successfully closing a chapter, your trust means everything. I look forward to new and continued relationships through the new year, and feel free to reach out to me at 865-694-5904 or nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and of course, go Vols.
Basilio here with my buddy, Connexial Kristen.
Hey, Tony. Good to see ya. Connexial builds fleet technology that helps transportation and logistics companies win big. Live GPS, easy ELD and compliance tools, AI dash cameras, and asset tracking, all backed by the .1 U.S. customer support team. Want a better playbook for your operations? Visit Connexial.com/Tony. That's KONEXIAL.com/Tony. Connexial, built for drivers, trusted by fleets, and proud Vol fans.
TB back with you, 865-200-5402. I'll tell you this, we've had an interesting conversation during our timeout. As we're back with you, it's my birthday, as the great John Adams likes to say. My grandmother used to say that too. I love that. John Adams is in the house. He's presented by Jennifer Morris, nextmovesmokymountains.com. Absolutely outstanding, Jennifer. I love you. I appreciate you. It's incredible. We're going to go back to our phones. We're going to go around the room, though, before we do, because the quarterback thing is really absolutely central to everything right now, and it's portal time in Tennessee. And we're going to start hearing, a little bit more smoke here and there. I do think as I read you last week, the agent that I communicate with shared with me his belief on the board. If you want me to share it with you again, I'll share it with you, but the belief is that Sorsby is going to end up at Texas Tech. John, now, I just reached out to him. The figure that's being thrown around that Texas Tech is talking about is $4.5 million. They're going to pay that kid. Now, if you're willing to pay $5 million and you're Tennessee, you can get you a quarterback. But the question is, why would I do that, like Richard was saying, when I can go get a guy that looks like Aguilar? That is to say, not a world beater, but can play, and then upgrade other positions. Why do I want to go spend $5 million on a quarterback? What do you think?
I think it's a tough call, and it really gets down to evaluation. If you think this quarterback is the deal, if he can win a Heisman Trophy, yeah, you pay him $5 million. But I see what you're saying, and that's if you have a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah.
I think Texas Tech right now is a pretty good quarterback, but he's not a great quarterback.
Yes.
But they went out and they loaded up in the line. They've got an elite defense, front really strong on all levels of the defense.
Yes.
Got pretty good players. They went for the line. I thought that was a pretty strategic move. I think it's, again, like I said, I think it gets back to evaluation. If you got a Patrick Mahomes out there, yeah, you pay him $5 million.
Here's what the Vols, and again, I'm just sharing with you what my guy shares with me. He thinks the Vols are in around $3 million. Is under his understanding in the industry. Matt, your confidence level, the Vols get somebody better than, or more productive than, not more productive than, but better than, or commensurate to Joey Aguilar. Better than Joey Aguilar. Let's go better than Joey Aguilar. What, out of 1 to 10, Matt, what's the confidence level? Then we go back to our phones.
Probably about a 7.
All right. Brian, what's your confidence level?
I would say probably 6 to 5.
John?
I'm kind of in Brian's camp.
Yeah, I'm 5 to 6. Back to the phones we go. Again, this is what we're hearing. You can take it or leave it. But we got a guy in the industry that's kind of helping us, and I'm not going to give his name, so I'm not going to do that. But Sorsby, the thought is that Texas Tech's going to give him $4.5 million. So if you want to play in his waters, you're going to have to go above that. I mean, the Vols they spent $4 million on Nate Ament. So I mean, you're going to spend that money on a basketball player. You can spend it on a quarterback. So
yeah,
they got the money.
I'm glad you brought that up, because if you're willing to give an unproven, a high school basketball player that kind of money, that tells me you would spend that much money on Sorsby.
I'm being told my guy is saying there's been a little movement. He's communicating with us right now, and I'm just sharing it with us, okay? Levitt, the market on him is moving slower than expected, which is what Austin Price talked about today. There's teams evaling on him. Tennessee's one of them. Oregon's thinking about getting in it with him, because John mentioned Oregon before, and their quarterback, what's their quarterback going to do after the playoffs? So that's interesting. Levitt, Hoover, and Beck are thought to be in Tennessee's kind of price range. It's thought right now that Texas Tech with Sorsby, they're just going to go crazy. And John, you warned us of this. It's not even a warning. When the Texas schools decide they want something, they're going to get it, because they're just going to outspend everybody. Thank goodness that Arch Manning has a spot and Texas A&M doesn't need a quarterback. But Texas Tech, they do. And apparently Tennessee's one option is a guy that's getting really expensive. I use the term sticker shock on here. Hoover's people went into the portal, I'm just reading it to you here, with the thought that Indiana was going to be the suitor. Becht and Pribula are both in play at Penn State. but only one's going to end up there. Beulah, if you'll remember, started there. Rocco Becht is a guy Tennessee flirted with. Matt, would you be interested in Becht before we go back to our phones, if you could get him?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Could he help us?
Yes, I think he's an upgrade.
Wow. Back to the phones we go. So put a little check by Rocco Becht's name. Again, we're going to track this stuff, and I'll be a good boy and share with you what we've got. Penn State's trying to tiptoe around this because they don't want to run off the Grunkenmeyer kid who that staff thinks can play a little bit, the guy that's playing for him now, who looked pretty good at the end of the year. Hello and welcome in. You are on our Festivus edition. It's been caller heavy today. You're in the air. Welcome in.
Boy, Tony, if we get a defensive coordinator that's a Philly sports fan and a quarterback named Rocco, you're in like Flint, son. You'll be the main man over there in Knoxville. What's up, boys? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Bino. Starting his call off with an ethnic slur. What do you know?
Hey, John, this thing about Tony being a horrendous prize giveaway coordinator, it's nothing new. Wow. I worked for Tony full-time from 2006 to 2008, and we had all kinds of giveaways. All kinds of giveaways. We gave away Tennessee season football tickets. We gave away Tennessee season basketball tickets. We gave away Final Four tickets. We had a lot of remotes then. And people would show up and they would fill out entry blanks and they would put it in what Tony and I began to call the magic box. And we called it the magic box because when you opened that bad boy up, the magic started happening, and it was usually black magic. We drew a winner out. Tony calls. The guy's in jail. But they want us to deliver the tickets to the jail because he might get out in time to attend some games.
That is
Tony
true.
draws a winner, calls him. The guy cusses him out. And Tony said, you wouldn't believe what happened. Next time he put it on speakerphone and called him.
True.
The guy cussed him out worse that time and the third time than he did the first time.
We were
cussed
at that
him like he
Pilot
was running.
convenience store off Middlebrook Pike out there near where Billy Jarvis used to live. And Bino, that guy cussed me a blue streak, man.
Why did he cuss you?
He said, this isn't real. I don't know who you are. I've never heard of you, and go F yourself.
Cussed him like he was running one of those IRS phone scams,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
It was just absolutely classic.
That's awesome.
Called a guy that had won. Clark Moore gave us season football tickets.
Clarky boy.
We called the guy that won. The guy was elated, and we thought, finally, we got a normal winner.
True story.
We called Clark up to announce who the winner is. Clark says, "Oh, great, that guy owes me like $1,500
from last year. He beat him out of the money for season tickets last year. Clarky sold the guy season tickets the year before and never paid him, so he won my season tickets the next year. The magic box. We got people with criminal records. We got a guy that cussed me out. We got a guy that stiffed Clarky. We were in the middle of a great streak there. Wow.
Oh, the best of all, John. We had a caller named Martin Luther King. Great guy. He won tickets to some type of Tennessee sporting event. I can't remember what it was, but he went. And we saw that he called the next Monday. Brian told us he was online. We thought, well, this is going to be a fun call. He's going to tell us he had a great time. And he's going to be so thankful. He got on there and he said, guys, I showed up there, and within minutes, the authorities were there, security was there. And they said, where'd you get these tickets? He said, I won them on the Tony Basilio show. Martin Luther King said they told him, you didn't win these anywhere. These are either stolen or they're a fugazi or something. So some whole rigmarole. I can't remember what they did, but he told us that Friday in one of the great lines ever uttered on this show. He said, Tony, my name is Martin Luther King, and because of those tickets you gave me, they treated me like Rodney King.
Wow,
that is so true, and that is the streak we were in, Bino. Well, that was the no good deed goes unpunished.
That's right.
I tried to call the guy back,
to tell him that he won those tickets 3 times. And the last time he said, look, man, I don't know who you are. I don't believe you, and go F yourself. I said, Bino, what do we do? I called Barry Thomas at Pepsi. I said, what do we do? He said, search me.
Just classic stuff.
Classic.
Through the years. Most of it's not Tony's fault, but
no.
he needs to let someone else be the prize giveaway coordinator.
Well, we had another guy win the prize, Bino, that couldn't see. Remember, he won the season. He won the
Final Four tickets.
Final Four tickets in Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
And Bino said, I think I know that guy. He can't see.
Yeah, Bill O'Kane. He was he was a former Tennessee. He played on the Tennessee baseball team that first went to the College World Series, and was an insurance agent in Oak Ridge area. Huge sports fan. He was tickled to death to have him, but he attended all kinds of sporting events. So.
It's really amazing.
Hey, Tony, love you, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Bino. Thank you.
That's extraordinary.
865. None of that, y'all. None of that is made. Me and Bino were talking the other day off the air about how just crazy this show has been down through the years. None of that was made up. None of that. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Tony B.
Yo.
Hey, Catfish Ike here, people.
Hey, Ike.
Hey, it's been a while, brother. I was going to tell you, first off, happy birthday, old man.
Thank you, Ike.
Looking good there.
Thank you, Ike.
You're welcome, bud. I'm anxious about this portal, see what's going to happen. And I hope Josh is going to be more aggressive with it than what he was last year and get more done with it. But I guess that'll be yet to be seen. So, good thing we got a defensive coordinator. I think that was a good deal right there. So I'm glad to see that happen. So hopefully everything's going to work out good. How do you think the Illinois game is going to go? You think they're going to pull that out?
Hard to tell, man. It's like with any of these bowl games, who wants to be there?
Right.
I think the game is more important to Illinois than it is to Tennessee. And visiting with some Illinois people, they see Tennessee like we see Oklahoma coming into our building, or we see Alabama coming into our building. They have had very little success in recent years, and this would be a huge notch in their belt to defeat the Tennessee Volunteers. It's true, John. And I think they're going to bring a bunch of people down there. It's a big game for them.
I think, because of the SEC. The SEC has cachet in other programs, even in the Big Ten.
Yes.
You take out the top-level Big Ten teams, everybody else in that league, when they're playing an SEC team, that's a chance. That's a box to check for those guys. Beating them gives them credibility, and that probably means more to Brett Bielema. It means as much as him and does to anybody else, because he failed terribly as an SEC coach.
Yeah.
Won really well in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Starting out, and then he's had some success at Illinois, but he couldn't get it done at Arkansas. So,
and my sense, though, Matt, my sense is we're going to have a great advantage in speed, and we're going to hit some long balls on them. Although, if the temperatures are in the 30s like they're talking about right now with the wind blowing, it's going to be a miserable throwing the ball day. So, who the heck knows, man? Just thinking about that makes me shiver.
Yeah. I hope the Vols come out on top, but like I said, it's hard to say what's going to happen.
Thank you, Ike.
You all have a good one. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, brother. It's always good hearing from my man, Ike. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air.
Happy 29th birthday, Tony.
Thank you, brother. I don't feel a day over 90.
Festivus. Merry Christmas. Don't know when we're doing the feats of strength or the airing of grievances, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was hoping we could get a Bronny to see if he could get a hold of Mike Griffith and do a Christmas carol. Maybe have Mike Griffith sing White Christmas, or it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas or something. I'd love to hear Mike Griffith if Bronny can get a hold of it.
What do you think, Bry? Do we have a Christmas carol in there somewhere? Maybe a Felice. What was Felice
Here
last
comes
week?
Chiefs Claus. Here comes Chiefs Claus. Right then, Chiefs Claus. Here comes Dante's fumble. Here comes Dante's fumble. Coming around again. Chavis's defense can't stop the draw. Man.
Thank you, Brian.
I couldn't let a tender moment. I had to laugh. I'm sorry.
Well, Rusty, do you think people remember Griff? I mean, we're amusing ourselves. John, do you think there are people out there that are like, who is this Griff character? And
yeah, that's a lot of
people. Why are
people.
you all lampooning him?
But that's commonplace with this show, though.
Is Brian not spot on with what he's doing there?
He's very good. And I think that was one of the best lines of the year when he said, C for Chavis, the multiple choice test.
Oh, my gosh, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
No, hey, loved Griff back in the day. Him on the Jonathan Crompton's got to be playing ahead of Eric Ainge in 2007 was all time. And hey, I've had my plenty share of bad takes, so we're all guilty. So what Matt and Dallas was trying to say is the difference between Pavia and Aguilar. Pavia just finished his 4th year playing Division I football. 2 years at New Mexico State and 2 years at Vanderbilt. Joey just finished playing his 3rd year of Division I football. 2 years at Appalachian State, 1 year at Tennessee. Junior college didn't count for Pavia, and junior college didn't count for Joey. And how do you decipher if we're just saying 1 year doesn't count or none of it counts? Because John Adams was right.
No, that's right.
If one doesn't count, then none of it counts. And Joey should get to play 4 years of D1 football. And because Pavia just played 4 years of D1 football.
Rusty, if they did that, though, it would completely alter the sport. That's what they're afraid of. I understand what you guys are saying.
But saying junior college doesn't count for 1 year alters the sport, and I don't know how you decipher that. Oh, well, you played 3 years in junior college, but we're only going to count. We're going to let you have one on back. That doesn't make any sense. Either none does or at all does. You can't be half pregnant. And that's what they did with playing 1 year doesn't count.
Well, I think the whole thing's a mess.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm not arguing to say Joey's who I want. I would be happy with Beck. I'd be happy with Skid at ODU. I'd be happy with Levitt. I'd be happy with a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
But just on the Joey versus Pavia, there is a difference between where those two guys are currently at in their time in football.
I think it's going to be a very interesting thing, and I appreciate you, Rusty. Great talking to you. The market and how the market's going to move. I want to shout out my friends at VIP Play. Look, there's a full slate today. There's games today. Brian, do you have a favorite in the bowl games today? Because you've been smoking hot, Brian.
I like Louisville to roll Toledo. I know there's some questions about Jeff Braun, but I just think Louisville's speed is going to – I think they're easily going to cover the 8.
Louisville to roll Toledo. Whoa.
And I like UNLV too. I think UNLV is going to beat Ohio, a team that's been distracted by their coach getting let go under the circumstances that he got let go under.
Well, he was watching the film apparently. Wrong kind of film. Shout out to our friends at VIP Play. $20 bet you make. You get $100 in bonus bets instantly. The promo code phrase of pays is TN Tony. They're live always with 200-plus leagues, numerous bet types. They've got props. They've got options. They've got stuff in mind. It's a full slate as well on Christmas Day of NFL games that are going to be unwatchable. Also NBA action. It's going to be brutal. Till we meet again, I love you. My friends at VIP want to remind you, VIP Play, if you have a gambling problem, 800-889-9789. 21 and over, located in the great state of Tennessee to place a bet. It is our birthday today, so I got to go because I got to prepare for something we're doing this afternoon. We love you. We appreciate you. William Pattison in the playbook on the way next. And let me go ahead and keep it live and legal.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340,
and
WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, FANRUN Radio.
And as we leave you today, I want to leave you one more time with this. Matt, thank you, man. Merry Christmas to you, brother, to you and yours. And same to you, Bri. Really appreciate you guys.
Merry Christmas, you
guys.
Merry Christmas and happy birthday, Tony.
Hey, love you
John.
guys. Thank you.
And you.
Thank you, John. It's a real
Happy
blessing
birthday.
to get to do this with you.
Thanks, guys. Same to you.
And Byron, one more time. This is over on the blog if you want to see it. Maybe you got mentioned. Maybe you didn't. Here we go.
'Twas the morning of Tony's Festivus in the Raymere studio. Not a creature was yet stirring, not even an ape named Polly Joe.
But it wouldn't be long till simpletons started calling with glee, all eager for the chance to rip the one and only Tony B. Bino, Cinco, Matt Diskin, all nestled in the chat room queue, asking why Watson or Don could not pronounce word shoe. Even though John Adams was missing, the show would still go on. His absence would be sponsored by NextMoveSmokyMountains.com. So with Tony on his headset and Brian at the board, the crew was all braced and ready for the horde. When out in the annex, there arose such a horrifying clatter. Tony sprang from his gaming chair to see what was the matter. To the annex he dashed, like a car in overdrive, or maybe a friend from halls fleeing in on patrol live. The server had crashed again, just like every week before. But Mrs. B was to the rescue. This was her daily chore. It was now 11:07, the traditional late start for the show. And with the phone lines fixed, everything was ready to go. So no wonder that Tony's eyes should happen to behold a phone bank full of callers, and he let out a cheer so bold. The first caller was pessimistic. His tone was awfully grave. As one might have guessed, the first caller, Nega Dave. After Dave let off, the callers came more rapid than lightning. Brian informed Tony, who was up next, calling them by name, with perfect timing. Here's Florida. Here's Richard. Here's Greg and Leslie. Now Rusty, now Taylor, now Mariano and Holly. After 2 hours of callers, Tony's extra time did start, and more listeners rang in to speak straight from their heart. Joshy Boy let it off, no longer underway.
All right, let me see something here. Is this Joshy Boy?
Yeah.
How did he know that? How
I
did
have
he
no
know
idea,
Joshy
Tommy.
Boy was going to lead off the overtime?
I have no
How
idea,
did he
Tony.
know? Let's do this one more time.
Joshy Boy let it off, no longer under wing, but
How
finished
did
his
he-
call with his signature clipboard thing.
Joshy Boy,
Yeah.
you better not finish your call with the signature clipboard thing. Since you're
Yeah.
are you still under now, Joshy Boy? Go ahead, go for it on your phone call. Hit it, man.
All right, Tony. So, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, man.
And-
It means a lot, buddy.
No problem.
Did you get my
And
card?
the one,
Did you get my
What
card I
ti-
sent you?
no, I didn't. Not yet.
Oh, it's in the mail.
Okay. But the one thing I have against you that I want to rip you for is
Excuse me? Your card is
I
in the
want to
mail.
rip. I want to rip you.
Your card is in the mail.
Okay. All right, I won't rip you, Tone. All right, have a good day.
No, well, you can't. John, what did you think of that ending? It had to end like that. I thought he was going to rip me, John. I got up to let him rip me, and he hung up. What was that about, John? Is that kind of what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Should we have just ended it?
Yeah, I never know what's real and what isn't on this show. I just don't know. I don't know when we're on air and when we're not.
But finished his call with his signature clipboard thing. Columbo was next with hot takes on Lane Kiffin. Even over the gem drums, you could tell Mark was smitten. Next came W. Lynn, bemoaning how the playoff was marred.
That's Shemby drums,
Though he
you
claimed
AI
he had
moron.
a fix on his latest index card. Big Josh would come in next, firing us up about our birthrights, only to be brought down by Jack from Wartburg and threats of fistfights. Last was Titan's Bill with another random phone call. Inappropriate lists of women, his burnt sausage, et al. After 3 hours had passed, I've had enough, said Basilio. So he finally signed off, happy Festivus to all, and go Vols go.
And ladies and germs, that'll do it for us. We love you. We appreciate you. I want to thank everybody for participating today. I want to thank those of you that tried to participate. You know, Matt Diskin just got too wordy, and I apologize for that. He's known. He needs to be a little more laconic on here and, you know, economical with his words. But I want to thank everybody for participating. Special shout out to Jeremy Pruitt, who apparently has shut down the NCAA and their enforcement arm, which is kind of fun. So much I don't know. There's so much amusement. I love you. I appreciate you. This is a gift to get to do this every day.
Knoxville Fan Run Radio.
Tony Basilio, welcome you to another edition. Happy birthday to me. We're going to celebrate my birthday in a weird way and let you call in and rip me. John, you and I have gone back and forth on how to celebrate. I want to get the guys involved because we didn't do a pre-production meeting. We're sort of in the holiday mode. Jennifer Morris, thank you. Wonderful of you stopping out. And also special thanks to Gold Brick Joe today for stopping out. Sammy in the Ridge with that terrific gift he sent as well. Thank you, Sammy, and everybody else. Taylor and Tom Gouffon at Gouffon Moving and Storage. Y'all are the tops. Brad over at Calhoun's. All of our friends. Y'all are incredible. Special thanks to Josh Collins as well. John, are you a good holiday guy? Are you a big holiday guy, John? Or are you a bah humbug guy?
Well, I appreciate Christmas.
Do you?
It's it's the Christian holiday, and I think it's very important. I think it's important that we observe it the right way. Before we get into this, this thing, I want to say,
because I was thinking about the right way. You and I were discussing last night. Hey, Matt, John was appearing to the worst angels of my nature last night. We were discussing whether or not to open this up to Festivus, caller on caller Festivus today. And John was sort of pushing me into the ways of mayhem, Matt. Where are you on that, Matt? Because Laura thinks that would not be a good tone heading into the Christmas holiday. She said, are you wanting to create like the parking lot at Westtown Mall effect? I was out in that yesterday, out in the West Knoxville traffic. John, what do you think of the way people are driving right now? What do you think of it?
Well, I think of that all the time. But Tony, before we get started here,
yes,
I wanted to say something because we're going to be kidding around and ripping you and stuff.
Right.
I just want to say how much it's meant to me personally to be on this show and to be able to work with you. I think everybody knows what a good...
Before... Hey, Brian, you had a correction in the blog today. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry. This is going to get too gushy. Go ahead, Brian. You had a correction.
No.
Hang on, John. Hang on. Brian's got a correction. Go ahead, Brian. Let's start the Festivus off right.
First of all, I wish you a happy birthday. I don't want to overlook that, but...
Factual error. We have a factual error.
The blog had a big orange...
Factual error.
Headline on before a blurb about the Clemson opt-outs, and it said that Nico had his best moment as a volunteer in the bowl game against Clemson, but Nico actually did not play against Clemson. That was Hendon Hooker's year where he got hurt and Milton took over and played that game.
Now, Laura, I'm going to have a festival on her. Why didn't she catch that? I'm over here, overworked, unappreciated, all that stuff, tired as I can be. Shouldn't she catch that, John, in your humble opinion? Or Walton or somebody? Shouldn't somebody catch that? Is that my fault, John, in your opinion?
Well, it's impossible to be perfect. Writers don't catch all their own mistakes. Because,
really? Is that true?
Yeah, it's impossible to catch them all because when you're writing,
right,
as you're typing the letters,
right,
you're thinking what you're writing next. So that's what happens. But I'd like to continue.
Is that why we have proofreaders, John?
Yeah, they're called copy editors, and we used to have proofreaders. Proofreaders no longer exist. But
do they use AI for that?
No, you can't trust AI.
Ain't that the damn truth? You can't trust AI. AI sucks.
It
sucks. AI, I'm going to have my Festivus on you. You suck, man.
I'd just like to continue, Tony. I was saying about, before you interrupted me, just let me finish here. It's important.
I'm really not comfortable with any of this.
Okay, well, just let me finish. You'll get the point later, okay? All right? Go out of the room. But it's really meant a lot to me just working with Tony because I know people realize what a talented talk show host is. He's as good as anybody at what he does. But he's also a very special person, and he's helped so many people, and he's helped me. And I think one of the best things about being around Tony is, Tony, I can't read your writing here. You wanted me to say this? I can't read your writing here. No, what is that word?
Let's go.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Woo! Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I couldn't read your writing. You asked me to say that to
That's great. Matt, you like it? John's doing bits in here.
Wasn't a bit.
I'm for it, but in all seriousness, happy birthday, Tone. Before
Love you,
we
Matt.
start ripping you, it's not personal, Tone. Don't take any of this personal.
This is just. And here's the other thing about this. This is not physical. This is verbal. I want everybody to know that.
Whatever you say, Tony.
Shout out to the great Mark Griffin, who's on the mend. I'll be seeing him later today. So, John, how would you pull this off? I've got to be on George Plaster's show today at what time is that? 4:20 Eastern. But I'm supposed to be setting up to play music over at an assisted living place. I'm we're gonna play Christmas carols for people and give them a little spirit of Christmas on my birthday, which is a great way to celebrate the birthday. And should I tell Plaster I can't do it? Should I get there early and set up? Because I haven't told Plaster anything. I need some advice from you. You've done a lot of hits down through the years, and you've been in a lot of pinches as well. What would you do?
Well, time management is an extraordinary weakness of yours. So,
Laura, you're gonna let him rip me like that? I mean, that's ridiculous.
No, I didn't
mean. My birthday, man.
I didn't mean to rip you. I'm just being factual. Man. I don't think it matters what I say.
Right.
You're going to do it your way, and I think.
Well, I need your advice. Should I just call him, text him, and say, "Hey, George, I can't do that today. I got overlapping. I've overscheduled myself." I mean, you've been there and done that, brah.
Well, do you get paid for being on his show? Tony.
Yes.
Do you get paid for being on his show?
I get the intrinsic value of being on his show. So yes. I get the intrinsic value.
I would text him and say, "Hey, sorry I can't be on the show today. I've got to set this up. This is a special event." And that's one of the things that you do well is you do go out in the community and help people. Now, I think that's very commendable, and I can't speak to your motives. Some people do that just to make themselves look good. Some people do it to be genuinely helpful and caring of others. And I don't know why you do it.
What do you guys make of that disgraceful playoff over the weekend? I want to talk about that. I also want to get into Byron, who wants to appear in your blog, has written a Festivus sonnet in honor of this show to "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." This is "'Twas the Night Before Festivus" in the Rainier studio. And so we'll do that. So we have a sonnet today. That's not really a sonnet. Is that?
Now let's call it a poem, okay?
Poem? Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, well, let's know a little bit of it. You tell me what you think, all right? And this is read by AI.
"'Twas the morning of Tony's Festivus in the Rainier studio. Not a creature was yet stirring, not even an ape named Polly Joe. But it wouldn't be long.
What do you think so far? It's not bad, is it?
Oh,
Polly Joe?
He had me at ape.
All right.
"'Twas the morning of Tony's Festivus in the Rainier studio. Not a creature was yet stirring, not even an ape named Polly Joe.
Hey, Matt, can I ask you something? What
'Twas the morning of Tony's Festivus.
What are they trying to prove putting two group of 5 teams in that playoff, Matt? Explain that to me.
Valuing conference championships, and the ACC screwed up, tiebreakers scenario, which kept Miami from winning the league because the conferences are way too big, and you can't have legitimate tiebreakers anymore.
Seabird sent me this last night, middle of the night, special communique from C. He said, "I'm listening back to your show." And he said that try this on for size, John, because I was talking about how the 1AA teams look just as good as those two teams that took the field, especially that Tulane team. He said Montana State would be favored against Tulane. North Dakota State would be a 6-point favorite against them. 1AA schools would be a touchdown favorite against that Tulane team that those goofs felt the need to put in a playoff because we're into this thing in our society where we like to pretend. They had zero business, Sean, being out there. Are they going to fix this, John, or you think they're just going to keep walking off the cliff?
I think they will try to fix it and perhaps make it better, but I don't think they will ever give us the best version of what it should be. It would be so simple to remedy this.
Yeah.
But it was all set up. The idea was, what if there's some super team in the WAC or Conference USA, goes unbeaten, just runs through the field, and maybe has a big win over a Power 4 team?
Yeah.
That they have an avenue, they have a path to make the playoff, that they're just not, well, you can't play. And we've given those teams access now. That's all you need. Give them access, but don't say, oh, no, you get a team in because you get a game like that. Look, we were talking last night about this. I got a friend of mine who bets a lot of money, bets it every week on college football games. Got plenty of money to spend, doesn't matter if he loses.
Yep.
First thing he texts me after that James Madison Oregon game, he said, Oregon tanked that game. And that's how anybody that bet on that game and gave 20.5 points is going to look at that fourth quarter.
34-3, John, at one point. You mean to tell me they couldn't put them away? You mean to tell me they couldn't put? Come on now. I turned it off. That's non-competitive in my book.
Oh, it was totally uncompetitive.
It was a 13-point game. I don't care about that.
The variance was in the speed.
Joke.
The speed. Oregon was going to score. Oregon was going to score 80 points in that game. Okay, so they back off the accelerator offensively. I can understand that a little. They get a little sloppy. But defensively, Oregon has one of the top-ranked defenses statistically in the country.
Yep.
The defense they played in that second half, that was atrocious. They practically escorted JMU into the end zone. And then that last touchdown to break the spread. In today's climate, that raises questions. I guarantee you anybody that bet on that game wondered what's going on with that backup defense of Oregon. How could they let them score that easily?
Hey, Brian, do you think that John's friend that gambles lots of money on games, his name rhymes with Raleigh Rowe? Or Holly Rowe? As in...
'Twas the morning of Tony's Festivus in the Rainier studio. Not a creature was yet stirring, not even an ape named Polly Joe.
Holly Rowe, Polly Joe? Let's move along here.
Not a creature was yet stirring, not even an ape named Polly Joe. But it wouldn't be long till simpletons started calling with glee, all eager for the chance to rip the one and only Tony B. Bino, Cinco, Matt Diskin, all nestled in the chat room queue, asking why Watson or Don could not pronounce word shoe.
Skoo, that's Skoo. Why Watson or Don from Sweetwater can't pronounce the word skoo, Matt?
Matt Diskin.
And Matt Diskin. He's doing pretty good work here.
Asking why Watson or Don could not pronounce word shoe.
Skoo.
Even though John Adams was missing, the show would still go on. His absence would be sponsored by NextMoveSmokyMountains.com. So with Tony on his headset and Brian at the board, the crew was all braced and ready for the horde. When out in the annex there arose such a horrifying clatter, Tony sprang from his gaming chair to see what was the matter. To the annex he dashed, like a car in overdrive, or maybe a friend from Halls fleeing in On Patrol Live.
On Patrol Live.
Nice reference.
Pretty good, right?
Or maybe a friend from Halls fleeing in On Patrol Live. The server had crashed again, just like every week before. But Mrs. B was to the rescue. This was her daily chore. It was now 11:07, the traditional late start for the show. And with the phone lines fixed, everything was ready to go.
John, what do you think of him ripping us so far?
I just think it's really well done.
Matt, do you think this guy's hitting the mark right now?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
AI needs a little bit of work, but yeah.
And with the phone lines fixed, everything was ready to go. So no wonder that Tony's eyes should happen to behold. A phone bank full of callers, and he let out a cheer so bold.
Go!
The first caller was pessimistic. His tone was awfully grave. As one might have guessed, the first caller, Nigga Dave.
Nigga Dave, Bry.
Nigga Dave. There you go.
We have a new name for Nigga Dave. Nigga Dave. All right, let's do it again.
As one might have guessed, the first caller, Nigga Dave. After Dave let off, the callers came more rapid than lightning. Brian informed Tony, who was up next, calling them by name with perfect timing. Here's Florida. Here's Richard. Here's Greg and Leslie. Now Rusty, now Taylor, now Mariano and Holly. After 2 hours of callers, Tony's extra time did start, and more listeners rang in to speak straight from their heart. Joshy Boy let it off, no longer under wing, but finished his call with his signature clipboard thing. Columbo was next with hot takes on Lane Kiffin. Even over the gem drums, you could tell Mark was smitten. Next came W. Lynn, bemoaning how the playoff was marred, though he claimed he had a fix on his latest index card. Big Josh would come...
Poor W. Lynn catching strays on his index card.
It should have had a him waving a flag or something.
Damn, Bry, some people are never happy. I mean, what do we want, Bry?
Brian, this is a work of art.
I'm beholding this. Are you appreciating it?
Oh, I am very much so.
All right, let's move along.
Big Josh would come in next, firing us up about our birthrights, only to be brought down by Jack from Wartbug and threats of fistfights.
Wartbug.
Last was Titans Bill with another random phone call. Inappropriate lists of women, his burnt sausage, et al. After 3 hours had passed, I've had enough, said Basilio. So he finally signed off. Happy Festivus to all, and go Vols go. 'Twas the morning of...
Grade the work.
Hey.
Touched a lot of bases, didn't he?
Yeah, very good.
Very good, Byron. Thank you. 865-200-5402. We commence Festivus, caller Festivus. John, what did that little paper say there? What did the paper say there? The compliment of me at the bottom there. You want to read it to me?
Tony's best attribute is his... I can't make out your writing there.
Living Vol fan, make Alumni Hall your one-stop shop for all your Vol fans on your shopping list this holiday season. There's nothing better than getting your favorite Tennessee gear under the tree. Picture it, a nice polo shirt, a new hoodie, something for the man cave. Pop in and see my friends at Alumni Hall. Best selection of Tennessee gear. Alumni Hall, 3 Knoxville locations. Bristol, Johnson City, Murfreesboro, or online at alumnihall.com. It's easy to have a big orange Christmas. And happy holidays from everyone at Alumni Hall. The ultimate volunteer shopping experience. Alumni Hall. Calhoun's invites you to leave the cooking to us all holiday season long. Between now and the end of the year, feast without the fuss. When you host at the holidays, don't you dare cook. Go absolutely next level with this offer. Between now and the first of the year, Calhoun's is offering an incredible deal on delicious turkey or prime rib dinner. You could feed from 5 to 10 people at your home holiday gathering, not lift a finger of preparation. The turkey dinner comes with amazing sides like mashed potatoes, peas, melt-in-your-mouth gravy, dressing to die for, fresh rolls, cranberry sauce, and homemade cheesecake. And the prime rib dinner features amazing melt-in-your-mouth prime rib, fresh mashed potatoes, au jus, green beans, gravy, rolls, horseradish sauce, and delicious fresh baked cheesecake. This amazing offering is available now through the new year. Call to place your order today. More information found at holidayfeedpack.com. Again, that's holidayfeedpack.com. Feast without the fuss this holiday season with Calhoun's, the taste of Tennessee. When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gufon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gufon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. Gufon Moving and Storage, pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too, both residential and commercial. And we'll provide you with personalized service that other corporate movers simply cannot. We know how to move all types of items. We pay careful attention to our clients' valuables. Your satisfaction as a customer is our absolute priority. As the oldest continually owned and operated family